What is happening, people? Welcome back to another edition of McLaren Fan TV. I'm joined with my co-host Mahad. What is going on, my G?
I'm all good, man. I just kept on hearing in my head all weekend. What will go wrong can go wrong.
Listen, I don't make this stuff up. I don't make this stuff up. Okay. Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what we are talking about, of course, this is a McLaren show, by the way, but we have to dabble a little bit when Ferrari have the mare that they have. It's only right that we dabble in a little bit of Ferrari as well. Do you know what? Yeah, as the race went on, I couldn't believe it, but then it became that much more believable that this team is a bum still. Like they can't get it together, regardless. Like there is something actually wrong with this team, genuinely.
I just laugh. Like I'm just like, okay, I've seen this already. I've seen this movie. You know when you're like, I'm watching reruns of Friends. That's what it feels like.
Honestly.
I've seen this narrative. I've seen, Ferrari are back beginning of the season. Let's go. They're gonna win a title. And it's just falling apart. This is quicker than I thought, though.
It is quicker than I thought. I did think that they were gonna kind of, get everyone's hopes really high, and then it crashes. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was hoping would happen. But boy, has it happened a lot quicker than many people probably expected. I mean, I just honestly, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like you couldn't make it up.
They didn't get to summer break.
You couldn't make this up. What do you mean? What's it called? Verstappen's got more wins from Charles's poles than Charles has of his own.
No fault of Charles. No fault of Charles as well.
No.
There's gonna soon. I'll give it about 6 months. They're gonna say get Charles out of here campaign. They're gonna start a campaign because it's all like positives when it's like he's got the longest Ferrari contract. He's there for Ferrari. Yeah. Now people that are Leclerc fans are like, get my guy out of there.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, it's weird, man. As you can imagine, right? Formula One Twitter is full of mad people, absolute mad people. But we're gonna get into the race. We're gonna get into the weekend from the McLaren perspective. A few comments have come in. Do remember to smash the like button as well and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Canadian Gringo, what's happening? He says, hey guys, I'm at work right now, so I probably won't be able to catch the stream. But what do you think of the direction of the championship is going in terms of which way is it going? Does Checo have a shot or will it be Red Bull? Will Red Bull be Red Bull? In other words, they're going to just favor it to Max Verstappen the whole way through.
This is Max's title to lose, man. It's over.
You think so, yeah?
Yeah, Checo ain't got that, man. The problem with Checo, and I kind of said this throughout his whole career, yeah, is that level that you need to be at the top. You don't have it. He's a very good driver, but like even just like his quality is patterned up. I rate it. He's pushing close, but if everything's like perfect for Max Verstappen in terms of the car setup and everything like that, the race pace is still there. He just can't get near him. Race pace wise, he can't get near Max. So how are you going to beat him in the championship?
Yeah, it's one of those ones that like the pace in terms of the weekend, it was quite bizarre. It kind of gave you similarities to say Imola. I don't know whether or not it's a case of he doesn't have the pace or whether he plays a different game altogether in his driving, in the sense that, it's more than just about going flat out. For some reason, I feel like he can, because look at quali. Hasn't he finished ahead of him? Is it the last 2 weekends now? So, and even like, the weekends, like the Friday and the Fridays as well, it's still impressive. So there's something that tells me, okay, there is something, but why we can't get it to convert, I don't know.
No, I think he just doesn't want to drive on the limit. Max Verstappen, he's not comfortable with the car, so if he doesn't want to drive on the limit in quali, he just knows that I've got it in the race. Quali ain't even his forte anyway. He doesn't really care about quali, because at the end of the day, look how much wins he's got in comparisons to pole positions. He don't care about that. He's about race pace. And I said this maybe a couple of weeks ago, ages ago. I said, if Max Verstappen is overtaking you and he's ahead of you, he's long gone. Good luck. Good luck trying to catch him. If he's got open air, clear air, and he's first, you're trying to chase him down. Literally, the only person that I've seen do that in the last year or so was Hamilton. able to chase him down. I don't think anybody else could chase him down.
It's like on the weekend, isn't it? As soon as he went in front, it didn't take long before that gap just extended out of nowhere.
Lap and a half, 3 seconds.
I was a bit like, what's going on here? What is happening here? But I think in the end, to Gringo's point, I think Red Bull will favor Max. It's interesting you're saying that it's Max's to lose. That's it. Like, is there no chance in your opinion that Checo could actually fight him? Bearing in mind he's second in the championship, that kind of thing. Do you think it's not even a question? It's Verstappen versus Charles. It's nobody else.
It's Verstappen versus Charles. If Checo gets involved, he needs to step up the race pace, man. He definitely needs to just do a madness, or he has to just hope Max Verstappen starts DNFing all over the gaff.
There is that
only chance of that.
Yeah,
but I personally think Ferrari need to. I was thinking about this. What was it yesterday or the day before? I was thinking. Remember that little rule that's in place. There's an engine freeze, but you're allowed to fix your engine if it's unreliable. I think that's the road Ferrari's going down at the moment. Because if they can prove that they just got an unreliable engine, that's a way for them to upgrade it and tweak it. So they can get the amount of power that Honda has at the moment.
And listening to your podcast, Pit Stop Fracas, make sure you do check that out. You guys mentioned that Ferrari were using their second engine. So it wasn't like they didn't come with a fresh bag. They literally came with something that was already used, that had issues that they tried to patch up, and then took it to Baku, where of all circuits you want to use a used kind of broken down engine from beforehand. This is the worst place to use it in.
So they're either very, 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 very stupid, or they are trying to go down that route where they can upgrade. They basically saw what happened in Miami and was like, yo, these guys are way faster than us. We need to let's strategically mess this engine up so we can upgrade the engine and go around the rules, because I don't think they can match up top speed wise.
Interesting.
This is my theory.
I just think they are stupid. Like, there's too much consistency. There's just too much consistency.
Maybe I'm going a bit over the top. Maybe I'm just like doing mad conspiracy theories. Like, yeah, they're gonna do this.
Yeah, I just think
because I don't think someone's that stupid. Red Bull, they brought fresh engines to Baku. So what are you doing?
It's smart. That's why.
Engine. Why are you bringing up a patched up engine? They're dumb, man.
Yeah, I think Ferrari are just they're ridiculous. Canadian Gringo also says, and lastly, do you think Ferrari are fulfilling their destiny, bottling a championship they had a real shot at? Are they fulfilling destiny?
It's reality. It's not destiny. It's just how it is all the time. It's been 15 years, mate.
There you go. As I say,
McLaren, we've been through hell. We've won a driver's title more recent than they have.
That's crazy.
And until that is like overcome,
yeah,
I'm not having Ferrari fans chatting to me. I don't care.
That's a madness, when you put it like that. Yeah, no Ferrari fan can really chat to a McLaren, and even their last, what was it, the constructors, was purely because they kicked us out.
Yeah,
and obviously we're cheating, but
we're cheating, but we had bare more points.
We had loads of points more.
So so technically, I don't really want to have a chat about them winning drivers' titles when we've won more recent, and we've been through we've been nearly in administration.
Yeah.
We've been in the wars. We've been ninth in the constructors. Ferrari ain't been through that.
As I keep saying, listen, what can go? I don't make this stuff up, okay? At first, in the beginning, it's it's hilarious, but I was dead serious. I did bring it forward for a reason, and the Stephen A. Smith compilations will be plenty. Do you know how many stuff I've got recorded and saved, ready for the rest of the season? That's the funniest thing. And so, this is who they are. And in my opinion, they are the Dallas Cowboys, the friggin' Manchester Uniteds of Formula One. That's what this team is, because they've got everything at their disposal to do whatever they want to do. But my goodness, are there some donuts running this team? Something is always going wrong.
We said that. We said this from the beginning of the season. So we could just watch the show. You get me? We'll just watch the show. We'll
start again. Yeah, just start again.
You guys, do you remember Ferrari? What they've been doing for the last 20 years. But anyways,
that's it. That's exactly what I say.
We ate well this weekend. That's what.
Yes.
Guess what, guys? If you're watching, McLaren scored more points than Ferrari this weekend. Surprise,
Hey,
surprise.
tell them again, man. Tell them again.
Surprise,
Listen,
surprise.
I'm here to rain on parades, my friend. Listen, Canadian Gringos, this is his third. It was his second comment, but we put it third because it's about McLaren. Does a double points finish for our boys signal brighter days ahead? Where are
No,
you? Where are you
we
on
are
this?
slow. We're slow, man. Just how slow this car is. This
So
is insane. Did you see? Did you see the sector times? So
no,
sector one, we're good. Sector one, we're like top 5.
Yeah,
Sector 2, we're top 5, like top 3 actually. I think we're quite good in that slow section, castle section, whatever. We're quite
yeah.
fast in there. Section 3, sector 3, we are last. We are the slowest team. That long ass straight, we're the slowest team by a mile. We were like
That was
15.
so painful.
We are
to
15
watch.
miles an hour slower than Red Bull and Alpine.
Can you imagine? We were getting duppied for that final sector. Honestly, was it in qualifying they revealed those stats, and I was there like, oh my god, like I was worried, like legit worried. Saturday to Sunday, the way I feel, they're two different Peters. I kid you not. But even now, like I'm not there. I'm not even that happy. If that makes sense. I know my team got double points, but you know what I'm saying? Norris is talking about, the Aston Martin's better than us. That's what he was saying post race. I was saying that.
Slow. What I want to know, Mr. James Key, please come on the show. What I want to know is how we've gone from the fastest car on the straight last year to the slowest car on the straight. How has this happened? How can you go from first to last? I know they were trying to get the balance right because we were not really good in slow speed corners last year and stuff like that. We were very reliant on our straight line speed. I don't know what's happening there. Why is Aston Martin faster than us on the straight? We've got the same engine. So that means it's car. That means it's the car.
Aston Martin. I mean, I've been laughing at these guys for the last, 15 months, laughing at them because they're not serious at all. Now, they obviously they changed a lot, didn't they? Because they came to a point where this car is awful, and they've gone and changed something and done something about it. But oh my, like when I'm hearing Norris saying like, look, yeah, the Aston's faster than us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Like the Alpine in that quality sort of time, I was there like, yo, this Alpine, man, they're all right, they're a bit serious. And as you said, how have we gone from? Because last year we were shooing for third place in the constructors, shooing, and somehow we lost that to Ferrari. And then this year, I'm biting your hand off for fourth. That's when you know what's going on here, especially with the issues Mercedes are having. Like it doesn't make any sense to me.
Confidence wise as well, like Saturday after qualifying, I'm thinking, yo, we could be 16th, 17th here. Because that straight, we could just get dunked on. We're very lucky about the safety car. We're very lucky. We're very smart to put hard tires on Ricciardo at the beginning, even though we didn't even implement that strategy correctly.
Well,
and I don't think it's something. I don't think it's. This is what's so frustrating about McLaren. Yeah, we have good strategy, but the guys are scared to implement strategy because they don't want to cause friction amongst the drivers, and they don't want to say do this, do that. And we said this before. That remember in Russia, the team orders with telling them come pit. You need to be more authoritative on the thing. You don't be suggesting on the radio.
Don't worry.
They haven't got. The thing is, how can you be really good at strategy and not implement said strategy because you're too scared to say something to one driver to the other driver?
It's really worrying. That's really worrying because it's a sign of things to come. Because like you said, you've brought up last year's example. We're seeing it again, literally the other day. I'm worried about that. I am worried about that, and I need somebody to have some nuts and say, do you know what? This is what we're doing. We're going to take a risk, and if the risk fails, so be it. We've gone for it. We've gone, what we think is best. But this thing of 1 minute Danny's doing the times and he's killing it. We should put him in front. We don't put him in front. Then Norris is doing better in the final stint of the race, and we don't switch them over. Now, okay, maybe they're protecting to have both cars in the top 10, or there's a fear of, if we let one of them go, then the other one's going to fall behind them, fall out of the points. In this case, Danny Ricciardo was looking to fly out because Norris had the better timing. But I don't know why it felt like, I'm not a race engineer. I haven't got a clue what to do in these situations. But I am looking at it like, why aren't we doing this? I'll be tweeting on the McLaren Fan TV Twitter handle, And I'm there like I'm struggling whether to tweet stuff out because I'm a bit like, should we be changing it now or should we not? Am I missing something? Is there something glaringly obvious that I'm not clocking?
If you put Ricciardo on hards at the beginning of the race, the idea is that Ricciardo is going long and he's going to be ahead of Norris. So you need to, when Norris's tires started to fall off because he was on mediums and Ricciardo started going faster than him, you need to get Norris out of the way and pit Norris. What we're doing, holding him up for, you kind of stopped Ricciardo being where Gasly finished or where Vettel finished. So, and I know what they were saying because, we can't pit Lando now because we have to kind of protect him because we want 2 cars in the top 10. Yeah. So you're being kind of greedy, but you're going to get 2 cars with low points in the top 10 rather than 1 car with high points and maybe Norris not out of the points because, like, Norris could have been alive if you overtook him, and that's just how it is. But you're preventing another driver. If it was the other way around, they would tell Ricciardo to get out of the way.
Do you think so?
I think they would.
You think they would have done that, yeah?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, there you go.
That's the strategy. That's the strategy. That's the strategy. But for some reason, obviously, Lando has a lot more leverage in that team than Daniel. Daniel has basically no leverage. He has no straps in that team at this moment in time to be doing that. Yeah. But if you're paralyzed by the decision to have double points or just 1 high points, what are we gonna do if the car gets better and we're gonna be? We saw it. We tried to get a race win. We couldn't even do it in Russia because you can't even tell a man come box. No arguments.
Collectively, what do we get? 6 points, right? Having them both in there. Now, 6 points is what? 7th place? I'm guessing.
I think he got 8th. Let me see. Hold on.
No. I'm saying if one driver was to get 6 points, is that finishing in 7th? Literally, like, I think, as you said, the Gasly Vettel situation, it could have been, we could have had somebody in that mix battling for those top, at least, a good 8 points, at least trying to fight for 8 points, 10 points maybe. But it's odd.
When you think about it as well, it would have been a strategic masterclass to get a car up there. Right now, it doesn't look like a crazy result because 2 cars DNF'd in front of us. And Yuki Tsunoda had that whole thing with the DRS. So, we really gain? We only gain places by accident.
For sure.
Into the points by accident because we started 11th, 10th and 11th and 12th.
12th, yeah, exactly. And then finish 8th, 9th. It's not all that, It's not all that.
It's slow. Car is slow. I can't keep saying this. The car is so.
I friggin' hate that. I hate that it's slow.
When I'm seeing everybody else in the 300s on KTH and wear 2 something, what the hell is going on? The car is slow, man.
Oh, it's so annoying. It's so frustrating. Shout out to Nathan. It says, no talk of Norris crying about not being able to overtake. Hey, listen, man.
Well, he should, because what's the strategy's out the window now? What's the point?
He should.
If what's the name couldn't catch, if Norris couldn't catch, who is it? Alonso at the time. Because his tires were dusted and they had to let Ricciardo pass. They did make that decision. And then they did the same thing again the other way around because Ricciardo couldn't chase. Ricciardo couldn't keep up with Alonso, which makes sense because Alonso was the fastest car on the straight.
Yeah.
And so Lando's like, okay, why am I sitting behind them? Because you know what's so funny? Them laps, Lando was faster than Ricciardo. Lando could have
was he
quick.
Was he faster?
He's faster than Ricciardo towards the latter end of the stages. If we look at the fastest laps,
yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. He was faster than Ricciardo. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so he could have easily overtaken him.
Why
stop them from racing? What, they're not going to crash into each other. They're not stupid.
You saw how he kind of ended the race as well. Like he kind of tried to do him, come to the side of him and be like, "Look, I'm letting you lot know, bruv." Norris
is a bastard.
But he's basically
said to Ricciardo, I could have done it anytime. That's what he basically said to him at the end. I could have overtook anytime, but I chose not to.
No, it's true.
Telling me not to.
What did he say? I wasn't much of a rebel enough. I thought, I thought you should have just shot your shot, G. But
if he would, he's thinking in his head. Look, why did they never in this situation? Why did they never let me overtake him?
Yeah. He won't be.
Monza. He didn't do it.
Yeah, he won't forget. He won't forget it. I know Canada's around the corner, but he won't forget that. He'll have that in his mind.
We might be finished in Canada.
Like, it's looking.
You saw them straight. You know them straight.
It's looking peak. Canada is looking hairy. Listen, again, I'll bite your hand off for a double points finish. I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of which, Trevor says double points finish, but don't feel great about it. Pit wall feels lacking. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you, Trevor. I don't feel great about double points finish. I don't feel that great. And I don't think Mahad does either.
I have higher standards than this. We got double points, and obviously, thank God that Alfa Romeo had a howl over weekend.
Oh God, you're telling me people need to put some respect on how Alfa Romeo have worked this year. Remember the Alfa Romeo that we've been getting used to in the last 3 or 4 years. They've got their stuff together this year, man.
They're the team that have smashed the regulations. Their car does not porpoise. They're the team that smashed the regulations. Their car does not porpoise. Their car does not porpoise at all. It don't even porpoise like the Red Bull porpoises more than them. They don't Red Bull. Their car is solid.
Yeah,
it's a good car. It's fast. It's slow speed corners. It's fast on the straights. There's nothing wrong with the car. I think something was wrong with the balance setup of the car this weekend. But if we look at the last 7 races, that's a solid car. The only problem whenever they DNF is because they have an engine, a Ferrari engine.
Yeah. And it was the case in testing, wasn't it?
Yeah. And they had the lightest car. They're the only team to hit the weight in the beginning of the season.
They got the
only team that had, they're the only team that weren't porpoising. They literally saw the regulations and achieved the regulations.
Imagine.
So we're worried because they got a better car than us. Let me not lie.
Yeah, they do. No, they do. And do you think Zhou Guanyu is? Do you think he could potentially be fighting the case, or do you reckon he's not good enough? It's just we're lucky that it's only Bottas that could really be the threat. We're lucky
it's Bottas. If that was even Kimi Räikkönen, they'll be scoring more points. He would be scoring more points. If they had a bet, if they didn't have a rookie Zhou in there, it would be a problem. We'd probably be losing the constructors right now.
Interesting. Oh man, Hardstar92 says, "Yo guys, hope you're both good. Have to apologize. I was the guy on Twitter you spoke to about McLaren not being able to get double points. But to be fair, we're so slow. Yes, Lando says the ride is nice, but we're so slow." Yeah, that was some sarcasm as well, wasn't it? The ride is nice.
Slow. You're right. Yeah. We're so slow. And we spoke about this at the beginning of the season. We've got the balance right now. The car's not difficult to drive. It doesn't bounce all over the gaff. We're not, it's really good in slow speed corners and medium speed corners. It's just when we're on them straights, boy. Look, we can't avoid straights. This is Formula One. How much tracks have got straights? What we're going to be doing in Monza? 18th, 19th. We're going to be finished. We can't do this. We need to sort it out now. And the reason is we have no downforce. And the reason we don't have no downforce is because we ride the car too high. Because we don't want to porpoise. So clearly, and look, what was it? Norris said something, I think, the other day, like, we need a whole package upgrade. We need like a whole new car. So we kind of need to do what your Aston Martin did and your Alpine have done this weekend. You need to just bring a new whip.
Bring a new whip for sure. They've got to. No, they have to. They can't rely on what they've got right now and think they can upgrade it as time goes on and think it's going to be great at the end of the season, because it won't be. That's the truth of the matter. Like you said, Montreal. I'm nervous. I'm extremely nervous about Montreal. Jay Starship says, "Damn, I'm late, but I'm here." Listen, man, you're here. That is all that matters. Thank you for joining us as per usual. Big up to everybody who's joined us, of course, with the different time slot today. There's a few errands got to be done later on tonight, which is why we started a bit early. And Kama says, "Laughing my ass off, bruv. This weekend was disgusting. That Ricciardo and Norris strategy was terrible. How did they think they could overcut Alonso? The man was a rocket in sector 3. Honestly, we have to look at the McLaren boys, man. Not even the drivers, just the frigging strategists. Like, what on earth is going on, man? Like, they need to sort themselves out.
Deep how slow our car is. I want everybody listening and watching. Deep how slow our car is. Danny Rick and Norris were out here having DRS behind Alonso, and Alonso's pulling away on the straight. That's how slow the car is. We've got DRS. He's got nobody in front of him, and he's pulling away from us.
And he's still leaving us. Oh.
Them Alpines are fake.
Yeah.
Them Alpines are dodgy cars.
They
or
did
something.
build.
They
They
do
just built
something.
a rocket. They built a
They're,
rocket, man.
they're cooking with that engine. Something.
And when
But
Alonso's behind it, bro, you know Alonso's got something going on there, man. There's something going on when Alonso's in that team, boy. He can't have another GP2 engine car. He's refused. He's refused to have that again.
He says max out the engine, bro. He's had like 4 engines already, bro. He's gonna
These
be the
men
first one to hold a grid penalty.
They're just waiting to they're gonna just eat penalties. They're gonna be like standard. We'll eat the penalty. We're gonna be faster than all of you lot. Standard.
The thing is, so clearly when we look at it retrospectively,
Yeah.
just the car itself, like, so the engine's fine.
Yeah.
Aston Martin's fast. Mercedes are fast, even though they're bouncing all over the gaff, they still get the results they get. They're fast.
Yeah.
They're fast compared to everybody else that's not a Ferrari and a Red Bull, basically.
Yeah.
So we're good in the slow speed, medium speed corners because we have the right balance on the car. The car is a fundamentally good car, but it does not have any downforce. So do you try to address the downforce or just make these drivers suffer with the porpoising, or do you just go follow the Aston Martin Red Bull route? Because clearly we have the engine. You just need to just redesign things. You can't just think the model that we have now is a good car and move forward with it if we're the slowest in the straights. We need downforce. You cannot go to what we're gonna do. Look how much tracks have got straights that are coming
Exactly. No, exactly.
So
it's
even do it now. You need to do it now because we're in race 8, heading to race 9 now. You need to do it now.
Yeah, they have to save the season. Exactly. They've got to do something to try and save the season. This idea that, I mean, the Mercedes approach is weird because they're just literally looking to kill their drivers till the end of the season. They won't even make it. They're gonna use 4 drivers by the end of the season at some stage because if they carry on this way. But we've got to friggin'. I think we go down the Aston Martin route and the Alpine route. Go back to the drawing board and then bring it. But like you said, the engine's there. And Mercedes, by the way, they should be doing the same thing. They need to bring a whole new thing. But I guess they've already brought 2 cars, haven't they, this year? When you remember the side pod thing, they already brought 2 cars.
They had a side pod car, yeah.
Yeah. So, man, it's an utter chaos. We need to sort this frigging problem out. Hardstar says Canada is not going to be any different. 2 pretty long straights again. No, honestly, you got to watch it through your hands to watch that frigging qualifying, especially because
when we go around that last hairpin and we have to go down that long straight, we're finished. We're finished. Watch. Do you know what's so funny? Like even like. What was it in qualifying? Like you see, or even practice. I think I saw like a lap from one of us. I think it was Danny Rick or something. Then you see that purple, yellow. Man's lost all the time that he made. The car lost all the time it's gained.
Oh my god! Not even a personal best.
Just horrible time.
Purples to yellow. That is dramatic. Honestly, that's only when a yellow flag comes out.
We're nowhere near.
It's a madness.
It needs to end, man.
Nathan says McLaren are more slower than the 2014 Marussia and Caterham. Very spooky.
Okay, slower on the straights, definitely. Slower on the straights, yeah.
Yeah, because he's even put there on the straights. He's put on the straights.
Yeah, but Nathan, you could say that, but then how is the drivers getting points? Because
and also, excuse me.
So okay, check this out. When people say the car is rubbish, that just increases the stock value of the drivers because how the hell are they getting points? How the hell did Norris get a podium?
Yeah, how's he got one this year? Has he got 2 this year?
No, he's got one. It's
one this year. He's got 1 podium this year already. In that garbage, by the way. And Kama says it was especially tough because Ricciardo is not in a position to tell the team, "Yo, let me through."
Yeah, he ain't got the straps.
He ain't got the straps.
Do you know what it is? That it's the equivalent of a footballer, a striker that's asking for the ball in the box, and the guy he's scored 1 goal in 29 games. Nobody's gonna square it to you, brother.
Exactly. Who's gonna do that? 1 goal in 29. You ain't got no right to be asking for nothing. You ain't got no right. Nathan says McLaren won't win S until they go back to the Vodafone livery. I mean, what? Win a race? Is that something?
We've done that already.
Because we've won a race. But listen, man, many teams ain't gonna win anything. By the way,
what's livery got to do with the car business? Boy.
Oh man, Elliot, big up yourself. Hope you're good. You lot should have brought the dip on Honey Badger coin. Should have bought the dip.
I never sold. I told him I'm giving him till calendar, innit? So
my chips are god, blood. My chips are god, like he didn't do anything wrong this weekend. Fair enough. But even like when I listen to him talk, he's like, I'm learning more about the car, bro. Like, why are we still learning? Why are we still learning?
The car
is finished though. The car is finished.
The car is finished. It doesn't suit his driving style as well because he doesn't seem like a very adaptable character when it comes to his driving style, and I think that's very symbolic of the drivers throughout the Red Bull Academy. They don't really seem to adapt. You can even see now Max Verstappen, he doesn't seem to be adapting well to the car he's got at the moment in terms of qualifying.
Yeah, he's not the Max we know. He's not the Max we know where he will. One of his strengths, which people probably hate about him just as much, is how far on the limit he goes. He rattles everything out of that car to the. He will take anything he can take to win anything, and you can see he's a little bit more conservative for Max standards anyway.
Look, that's the difference between him and Leclerc right now. Leclerc is driving on the limit. He's extremely confident in that car in terms of just that qualifying lap because he puts it to the limit. And Perez is more confident than Max in that car because he's basically skimming walls. That's what Max does. That's what Max was doing last year. Yeah. But he can't do it in this car because he's too shook. He's going to bin it because the car don't suit him. And Ricciardo is not driving on the limit at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
At all. He's nowhere near the limit. Look, you could even see with the telemetry comparisons between him and Norris. Norris is driving on the limit, man. Norris is braking later than him. Norris is going faster into corners than him. He's doing madness. And that's a sign of somebody that's not confident in the car.
Yeah, for sure. But Ricciardo needs that confidence. Once he's got it and he knows, this car can do business, then he will go all the way. But it's crazy how many race wins Max has this season. That's the scary thing about it, or whether it's like it's DNF or it's wins. Do you know the ones? It's a madness.
Race pace is crazy. That's why
his race pace is outrageous.
That's his strongest attribute. That his race
pace. No, it's outrageous. Jay Starship says they should have let Danny Rick through in the beginning.
100%.
Totally agree. And yes, they would have told Danny to get out of the way 100%. So yeah, he's with you on that comment when you said if it was the other way around, Norris would have got that pass. Nice. Neighbor says you man were chatting wicked about Gasly last week, but your star boy finished below him as well. Really? Is this the time to bring up Pierre Gasly? Are we gonna do that right now?
Both AlphaTauris were better than us this weekend. Both AlphaTauris were ahead of us in the race. Mm-hmm. So if you're not attributing that to the car, Yuki Tsunoda was right behind him.
Yeah. So, but also, and also, by the way, AlphaTauri is not a serious organization. Let's be very, very clear. That is not
strategy-wise. They're not serious.
They are not serious. And this duct tape that they decided to put on the car, on the rear wing, hilarious business. But hey, it is what it is. Listen, wait till the end of the season. We see who finishes where.
Do you know how they're not a serious organization?
Go on.
Let me put this down. Yeah, they saw lap on lap that Yuki Tsunoda's DRS thing fell off. Yeah, lap on lap on lap. Why is nobody just watching Yuki Tsunoda's car on the camera? The second that DRS thing fell off, you just tell Yuki Tsunoda on the radio, do not use DRS anymore.
Yeah.
You just tell him don't use DRS.
It's until it got on camera.
until FIA catch it on the camera.
Yeah.
Kind of deal with that later. The fact that he was just using it willy-nilly, then the Formula One stream catches it, and then the Formula One stream alerts FIA. Then the FIA tell them they give him a black and orange flag. You have to come in. Like, come on, man! You could have patterned points. Now you're pitting him to finish P13, P14.
Was it 13? He did, yeah. He should have finished he should have easily been in the points considering the 2 DNFs that happened ahead of him. So
he was on for P6, P7. Like, I don't understand.
There you go. Yes, let's not talk about AlphaTauri, all right? Yeah, AlphaTauri, we'll deal with them, man, later. Jay Starship says, I do feel for Danny Rick is more professional than Norris.
Yeah, because he's more professional.
32 years old, isn't it? No, probably. Yeah, probably. You're probably right.
Let's get... senior, isn't it?
Big up to Fortune. Big up yourself. Let's get them likes up. Please do smash the like button on this video, people. We won't be on too long because I've got things to do. Got to bounce very soon, but there's loads of comments. So thank you very much for the comments. Let's get through them. Elliot says, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Leclerc prefer oversteering cars like the 2017-21 Red Bulls and the 2022 Ferrari. Sainz and Norris prefer understeer cars like the 2018 to 2022 McLarens and the 2021 Ferrari. That explains wild swings in the Ricciardo and Sainz form.
Yeah, Sainz was comfy in the Ferrari last year because it suited his driving style.
He was comfy, wasn't he? Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was
because that last year that Ferrari car was very understeery, and then Leclerc didn't really like that. So yeah, that's a really good point. To be fair,
it's very good,
and that's why Sainz and Norris kind of work together in the same team because they both had an understeery car at McLaren. Our car's very understeery.
Yeah,
we always make our car understeery.
Yeah, no, just seeing like when you've compared the pairs of drivers that Elliot's put there, you think actually, yeah, that's actually a good point. You know, it didn't even cross my mind whatsoever because I was thinking like, Sainz, what's happened to you this year? What's going on between last year and this year? You know, you're not even getting that comfortable Sainz that you got from McLaren, even in his first year at Ferrari. You're not even getting that Sainz at the moment. You're getting it's a new version. We're getting a new kind of. He's having new challenges to overcome. He's had some awful luck, but it's just it did get me thinking. But this is a frigging great point.
If you got an oversteering car and you're used to understeering, and you have to just always control the back end because it keeps snapping out, you're finished. Yeah. Because before you don't even need to think about that kind of stuff.
No, exactly.
Now you got to think about it. You're just going to be spinning all over the place.
No, exactly. Elliot goes on to say, if Ricciardo and Sainz swap seats, both of them would be miles better than where they are right now because they prefer car characteristics of the opposite cars. Sainz would also be better in the Red Bull. In the Red Bull.
I said this before about Sainz. If Sainz was on our team right now, we wouldn't even have any issues in terms of like points. I think he would be either matching Norris or even just below him in terms of points. And we would have won. We would have came further constructors comfy last year.
Yeah. That's true. I
don't even rate Sainz like that. I just think Ricciardo's underperforming crazy.
Yeah,
it might be due to the car not suiting him.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Scoop on football, flipping hell.
Huh? Yeah, you got to skip that one still.
Listen, man. Yeah. Family arrangements. That's all I'll say, my friend. Family arrangements. Nathan says, could Norris get 13th in that caterer like Van der Gaard?
Norris is getting points. Van der Gaard? Who cares about Van der Gaard? Come on, man.
Where did I see Guido? He popped up somewhere. Where was it? I can't remember. It might have been last race. He popped up somewhere. I was like, swear down, Guido. What are you doing here? Why are you here? I think it was in was it in Monaco? I can't remember that. He was somewhere. He came up somewhere. Big hysterical. What's going on? Danny Rick is still a big bunda batty man. Why is he a
What's that got to do with anything?
on Pride Month as well, you know. Hilarious business, bro. Hilarious business.
Ridiculous.
Keep on football. Listen, Nathan's trolling with that comment. That's for damn sure he was. Of course he was trolling. You see, the peak thing is Alpha will win a race before McLaren.
They
man would be just as busy thinking about Paris Fashion Week and screwing up basic strategy.
No.
You are on budge. Yeah? Alpha Tauri to win a race before McLaren this year. Budge. Not having it. I'm not having it. This is crazy. This is crazy to me. Trevor says, do you trust the boys in Woking to get this car right? Got to buy out Adrian Newey, whatever it takes. You know the ones, whatever it takes.
Well, I think if we get a second stab at it and we take the good things of the car we have at the moment in terms of the slow speed and the chassis of the car and are able to find that downforce, it's going to be scary hours. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't trust the boys if I'm particularly honest. I mean, they made a good car last year.
Yeah, so
right, they did make a good car last year.
This is new regulations. You work like you see your mistakes and then you carry on. I definitely think the next, if it's a major overall upgrade, like whole car, like what Alpine have done and what Aston Martin have done, I think we'll make a bigger step than they did. Yeah. Aston Martin went from the worst team in the grid to matching us.
No, for real. For real. But you know what? When I look at the circuits that are coming up next, right? Obviously, listen, Canada's a write-off. Silverstone, I'm dreading. That's a
No, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all
You
right.
think so? Yeah.
Where's the
You
crazy
think
stuff?
so? Because I'm looking at it like, you know what? Canada might just put it to one side. Because I'm just looking at Aston Martin's progression. I'm looking at the fact that will they actually be serious come Austria, France, Hungary, Belgium? Will they still be serious? You know, time will tell, but I have no stake in it whatsoever.
When do we bring our upgrade? What's the best timing for it?
The best time for the upgrade, in all honesty, man, it's crazy because look, Austria is not. I mean, do you bring it between Silverstone and Austria?
I think Austria's the track he's trying.
Well, but it's 1 week difference. That's the thing. It's only 1 week gap.
So Silverstone, isn't it?
So Silverstone's the double. Yeah. So we got a gap for Silverstone. I say Silverstone. We bring it in.
It's either Silverstone,
but I don't know.
Silverstone or summer break. Or summer
break. Yeah.
But I'm talking about if it's summer break, we need to get a second. This needs to be the craziest upgrade ever. These races. This has to be the craziest upgrade.
It has to be wild. No doubt about it. It has to be wild. Big up to Jay Starship. You know the slogan already. You know the slogan. What can go wrong? Yeah? Will go wrong when it comes to Ferrari, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. Oxy Driss, what's happening? The moment he got the flag, it was wraps, but we'll be back for Montreal. The flag, I'm guessing you're talking about Yuki Tsunoda in the Alpha Tauri. As soon as he got that flag, yeah, it's peak. No, it's peak. Scuba football. Hey, listen, I don't know what's going on, man. You're out here to get me today. What's happening? What's happening? Huh? Listen, we'll be back at 7:00 next week. I promise you. Yeah, don't worry. I'll be back at 7, and we'll be fine, my friend. Oxy says, crazy how the moment he gets reliability, Alonso is now working with the pride of France. The pride of France.
The pride of France. Alpine, yeah? Pride of France. The second he gets reliability, he's like, I want to be here. Da, da, da. Now you hear rumors about Piastri go Williams.
Listen, that rumor last night, when it popped off, like, yo, in fact, they're going to bring him in early. Like, you see, Latifi's last race is Canada. We're going to give you Canada, and from Silverstone onwards, it's going to be him. I was like, raw. Are they going to pull the plug like that? Maybe not.
Bro. Think about this. Why is Latifi being out qualified by Albon by 7 tenths? 7 tenths. When is it gonna end? When's it gonna? Let's be serious as a sport. When is this stupidness gonna end, man?
It needs to end.
Williams make a decision. Williams are changing engine to the Alpine to get this deal over the line.
I mean, listen. I even saw the picture today. Williams put out of Latifi as the Drake cover. I was dying because I was like, you know what, these men are they're not serious, man.
They're gonna leave there. They're saying just come home.
You know
what? He's gonna stay home, bro. They're gonna leave
just stay in Canada afterwards, boy. That's it. They're just gonna leave you there and stay there. Nathan's asked, are you willing to put a score on it at the bookies? Who gets the first win? Listen, not a betting man, but let me tell you, a good figure would go on that bet. I'll tell you that right now.
If I was like a very, very, very rich man, I'd literally if I was like Mayweather, I'll put like 10 mil down. that McLaren would win a race before AlphaTauri. Come on, man. They're not a serious organization. They're not serious. In terms of strategy, they're not serious.
They're not a serious.
Them man were in Russia. They saw the rain. They said, "Yuki, come in for sleep." They're not serious guys, man.
They put him on. Did they put him on softs?
They put him on softs.
Oh my god!
The man ain't got no web app.
Nah, AlphaTauri, man, no chance. The Toro Rosso was better. you know it was like no way. What were they originally? What car were they originally? Minardi.
See that Minardi DNA in terms of strategy.
Okay, enough said.
Yeah, we don't need to speak further on that stuff.
We don't need to, for real. Poochie Head, what's going on? I hope you're good. Laughing my ass off. I'll never forget when with Van der Garde in 2014 Australia stole Ericsson's race suit and stood outside the Sauber motorhome all weekend demanding to be given a race seat.
Nathan,
2015.
That's your goat.
Nathan, that's your goat, man. Guido, no chance. Sorry guys, just joined. Big up Basil. No problem, man. You are a legend for joining us regardless. What's going on with Norris crying over the radio the entire last race? Did he not have a point?
He had a point.
Huh?
It made
So you
sense
think he had a
though.
point,
So,
Basil? You know,
yeah, I know everybody hates whining on the radio, but
sure.
man's got a point in it. You know what I'm saying? All these people that hate on Hamilton for whining on the radio, 90% of the time he's right. So
Yeah.
when people moan on the radio, it's true, man. He's spitting, man.
No,
Just
absolutely.
like, why would they? What was the point of any of that? They
Exactly.
bottled two decisions because they didn't want to make one. McLaren they froze, man, which is scary because if we ever get a good car,
Yeah.
bro, this strategy team, man. We did it with Alonso and Hamilton, man. We're just dumb, man.
Well, yeah, exactly. We've got receipts for this stuff, for this kind of behavior.
So when we're even on the top of the grid, we're freezing out here, man.
Yeah, as Jay Starship says, when's it going to end, man? Honestly, we've got to close our eyes the next couple of races, man. If anything was to go by the qualifying of Baku this weekend, man, it's going to be peak. Go Tiffy. Hold tight, PB. Go Tiffy returning home to a hero's welcome, inshallah.
Listen, I hope it rains in Canada because he's going in the Wall of Champions.
The Wall of Champions. Nah, I see Charles' name written all over it, bro. They should just put
Charles ain't crashed lately, you know. He's been
crashed,
very close.
He ain't crashed, but I mean, come on, we need something from Ferrari. We need the driver to make a mistake this time. We don't need it to always be Bonotto and them, man. Like, there's only so long I can just rinse them lot. But,
I know. I'm starting to feel bad for the drivers, and that makes me sick in my stomach a little bit.
Yeah, what am I feeling bad for? Do you know the ones? Yeah. Oh, mate, it's peak. Good to go Tiffy, you know. Oxy says, if you're going to bring the upgrades, you bring it into France. It's the one with the most conventional tracks where you'll get the most representative data for pace.
Yeah, they've got straights, they've got short corners, slow corners, they've got fast corners, they've got medium
and
speed.
There's a gap between Austria and France. There's a 1 week gap, so you've got time. You've definitely got time to implement whatever it is you need to do. So that's a potentially good spot.
We need to start spending money and moving like Ferrari when they're doing their filming days. We need to hire out Silverstone for 3 days and do filming days.
Yeah, for real. That's what we definitely need to do. Nathan says we aren't serious, but the pace is serious, especially on straights.
Because of the Honda engine.
Yeah, it's not a bad engine. Dunking on Norris, putting 9/10 on his head top.
Yeah, that's not Norris's fault.
Today, don't worry. How dare you, Nathan? McLaren are the Arsenal of F1. Flipping hell. As a gooner myself, that is painful because I wouldn't want to associate either with the other at the moment in time. You know what I was like? I don't want to associate either.
So I wonder what AlphaTauri is then, blood, yo.
Yeah, so AlphaTauri are what then? They're the Southampton, but they're just feeding Liverpool. You know the ones with their drivers and that.
Feeder team.
Yeah, exactly. Feeder teams, man. BB says Franz Tost lost his edge, man. He used to be on the feed slandering drivers about Esteban means collisions. Buster, I need that back.
Yeah, he's not on it no more. He's not on
Franz Tost, boy. Yeah, he's not on it, bro. He's probably got a fat paycheck in this.
He's chilled out, man. He's chilled out now, man. He used to be on it on the radio.
He used to be on it. Yeah, he used to be on it. But that's that, man. We're going to be wrapping up very, very shortly, people. Get your last comments in. Thank you for watching, and please smash the like buttons and subscribe to the channel. Basil says, if Ferrari allow Max to win 5 titles, I'll never forgive them. Don't worry. Start now.
He's going to win 5 anyway.
Pretend like it's already happened.
Who's going to stop him?
It's a great question.
The only person that could possibly stop him, that will stop him if he had an actual car that could work, is Hamilton.
Look at your facts.
Tell me the other guys that are going to stop him on this grid right now.
When you look at the grid, I ain't got no faith.
If Hamilton decides I'm going to announce retirement, it's scary hours for the rest of these guys.
That's the truth.
Because Max is getting something.
That's the truth of the matter.
You better hope that Oscar Piastri jumps in that seat and he's the next coming of Hamilton. That he's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Exactly. 5 titles is coming from Max Verstappen, unfortunately. Unless Red Bull really cock this up. You know, like in the next couple of years. Which, who knows? Because Mercedes are dusted as a team, by the way. Not yet. Yeah. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say they're over. I don't think it's over with Mercedes. They're having a mare.
Okay, let's say with Hamilton retires, or not even. Can they deliver Hamilton a title next year? No. Can they deliver George a title in the future after that? I don't know.
See, George is doing a good job, right, where he is right now. But can he really push Charles? Can he push Max? Max is a beast, you know. I
No,
think we
but
need to accept it.
no, check this out though. I'm not gonna lie to you. If
Mm.
George was in that car last year in the Mercedes, he would have been winning races. You know. I don't think Max was the title. Just the fact that George would win races.
That George could win races.
George would take the wins, like points off him.
But weren't the car not that great either? How many wins did Bottas get last year?
He won.
He got one win
in Turkey.
You know, and I know, of course, Hamilton is a beast. No, we're not here to discuss. But the car, remember, the car was shaky warrior last year.
No, but after Monza, it was cooking, man. The car was cooking, bro.
It did cook. Yeah, I think you're right. I think George does get wins, which means
so that kind of shows if that car fixes up, he'll win. He'll win a race. He'll win races.
He'll win a race, yeah.
But are Mercedes going to get back to that point where they were like in 2020 or something like that? I don't know.
I think towards the end they will do. I think the final third of the season, Mercedes will will be very, very good, and then it's like, okay, next year, Max, watch yourself because we're coming for you, type of thing. That's what I think, but I wouldn't say they're dusted.
Think about this: Baku, 4th place, which signs, yeah, that's a Ferrari. Yeah. Tell me why 6th place, where Russell was, I think it was 6th or 5th. They're 1 second behind. Yeah. I don't think you make, looking at the history of F1, you don't make up a second in quali pace in a year to the second fastest team, which is Ferrari now.
Yeah. No, it's
scary, man.
That is scary. Oh, that is scary.
1 second gap. This is looking like 2014 Mercedes.
Yeah.
Hamilton and Rosberg. You can't have a 1 second gap in quali to the third row. What?
No, you can't. You actually can't.
So making up that time, they have to do a madness. They're gonna have to do a madness.
It's utterly peak. Abdul Malik says, "What's going on with Danny Rick? He's still driving like an old man, and I'm a Rick fan." I mean, you know, we were mentioning it earlier. If the car is there, right? I think we have got Danny, who's like, the confidence is there. He'll be in the zone. He'll be doing his thing. But when the car's not there, he has no confidence whatsoever. He is not somebody who you rely on to like the Alonsos of this world or the Hamiltons of this world who can squeeze, or the Norrises of this world who squeeze everything out of a terrible car. He's more like the Vettels, Raikkonens. Listen, until you don't provide me with a good car, then possibly. He just doesn't do it with such arrogance. He's very much like, just try. He's in no man's land. When the car's not working right, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what's going on. And that's a big problem with I've got with Ricciardo. Because after 10 years, 11 years in Formula One, surely, give me something, man. Give me something. Right, I've got to wrap this up very, very quickly because I've got to bounce. And there's so many comments. So let me get through them straight through. If we can. Nathan says, 90s to 2000s was your time, but watched when the new guys came. Nathan, man, honestly. We'll be back. Don't worry. Both teams will be back. McLaren need to get into Ricciardo. They got onto Fisichella.
Oh, you see that old school footage from
yeah, I saw that.
They said this is not possible. You can't be 2 seconds slower than Alonso. I forgot about that. You know that? What's his name? Pyroman or something like that? Pyroman?
Oh, I forgot his name. But
but he was brutal.
That was brilliant stuff. He was phenomenal. AlphaTauri, the Dortmund of F1. Good talent, but S management. I mean, nah, man, you can't say like you got all that talent. I mean, the talent is not on the same level.
Dortmund got to a Champions League final, man. Come on, man.
Word. Yeah, word. PB says Max deserves an easy championship. He's been grinding for too long. Can't have back-to-back insanity.
I said it when I did my preseason predictions. I said back-to-back happens in F1 a lot.
It does.
It looks like it's happening again, man.
It looks like it's going to happen again. Until they get their finger out, until Mercedes get their finger out. Max is leading the championship with a car that doesn't even suit his style anymore. But do you not know how scary that is? This man is a machine, without a shadow of a doubt. He is. Man. It's crazy, and I think that's where Hamilton's sort of like. Hamilton has got that kind of depressed look where it's like, you know what, this is over, because he knows what he's up against. He knows what kind of champion Max is.
No, that's why Lewis said this season's over, because even if miraculously they turn up to Canada with a car that's championship worthy and win races,
yeah,
you're too far behind now.
no, for real. PB says Max said Max overtook Vettel on podiums. He's coming for everyone's head top. That said Max overtook Vettel. That is crazy. I can't believe he's overtaken him already. That's a bit
for
mad.
Red Bull podiums.
Yeah, Red Bull podiums. When you consider what's his name, Vettel's got 4 championships with Red Bull. It's a bit mad still. Nathan says, speaking of Russell, he ain't winning a race this season. Ooh. I think there could be some little cluster that happens in a race, and I think he might pick up some points, man. He's there, he's always there.
Listen, he's got 2. What? How many P3s he got now? 2, 3?
I think he's got 2 P3s.
He's lurking. He's like, yo, if Max and Perez's engine went bang, who's winning the race?
Exactly. He's winning it comfortably as well.
And that's what pissing me off. I'm like, I don't want him anywhere near there. I'd rather it be Hamilton. Let Hamilton be.
You know the ones.
Get some race wins, man. This is a joke, man.
This Mercedes doing the migrate skank.
Yeah, the car's finished, man.
Oh my god, coming like it's carnival, bare shaking. No, for real, they need to pull their finger out with that. Right, I need to wrap this up very, very quickly. I'm gonna go skim through these comments. PB says that Merc was insane from Brazil and Bottas and still incognito. Man said he was scraping in the midfield in Abu Dhabi when Lewis was fighting for his life.
While Lewis was getting fucked over by the FIA, Bottas was getting dunked on by Yuki Tsunoda.
Was getting absolutely dunked on. Oh, Bottas, you're a howler. I'm not gonna lie. You're a friggin' howler. But good to see where you are right now. Elliot says was not a fan of how Lando whined at the end of the race after being favoured in the first stint. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine people will be upset. You know, he was favoured in the beginning, which is true. Yeah, he's a racer. You know them ones. He's clearly better than Danny at that.
Danny should have whined in the first stint.
You know, it's just Danny didn't whine. Yeah, exactly.
That's the only difference. He whined and Danny didn't.
Exactly. Oxy says there's a difference between winning races and consistently putting in 10 out of 10 performances over a season. Only Max and Lewis are capable of that right now. Without a shadow of a doubt. Jay Starship says Mercedes has the components of a good car, but Mercedes has the components of a good car. They just have to sort out a lot of things. People say they have glimpses of a very fast car, but nobody understands why.
Yeah, it's the same situation as us. So
yeah, very similar. Big up Nathaniel. What's going on, Nate? Hope you're good. Danny Rick sucks. I mean, he did well. You know my thoughts. I don't think he sucks, but he shouldn't be in a McLaren. There you go. Last comment here. Poochie says Russell just turns up, completes his PR63 duties, outqualifies his 7th-time world champion teammate, stays out of trouble, and finishes in the top 5. Elite driver.
Hey, listen, they finished P3 without doing an overtake. He's not even a highlight package. You see his interview at the end of the race. No time. They gave him no time. He answered like 2 questions.
Yeah, for sure. They gave him nothing at the end. Hilarious stuff. Big up to everybody that's locked in. Please make sure you smash the like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. McLaren Fan TV will be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. We'll be back to 7 p.m. after a hellacious Canada, by the way, because, oh God, get all the napkins, the tissues, get everything ready because it's going to be horrible. What do you think? What do you think, Mahat?
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Big up to Trevor. Thanks for the stream as always. You done know. PB, see you after Canada, guys. Latifi to win. I'll tell you what. We'll throw a party if Latifi wins. Can we drive just one car? Mate, last week's episode, I called it Lando Norris. I called it Lando Fan TV. I didn't even call it McLaren thingy TV. Danny with fresh tires are still slower than Norris, says Abdullah Malik. Yep, absolutely right. Who's there? Where have you been, my friend? Oh, damn, missed this one. Was very busy. No problem. Just watch it back, my G. Watch it back. And Latifi is a...
Oh, here we go.
On that note, people, we will see you next week. We'll see you in Canada. Hopefully with some points. With that, people, peace out.
Peace.